Thanks for clicking on to the rather quick edition of Vogan's European Outlook for Wednesday, the 22nd of March. I say real quick because I'm running out of time. I need to head off to work in the next 10 minutes or so. But I wanted to get a video done for you nonetheless. And of course, we had the frontal system moving through over the course of last night and into this morning, bringing a spell of heavy rainfall and gusty winds. And then the strongest winds actually, transferred from England, Wales, Ireland up into the north of the British Isles as the day progressed, as that centre of low pressure then exited ahead of the system. We did have, and this of course the chart that we've got at the moment. So ahead of this main frontal system, we did have temperatures very, very mild indeed during the course of yesterday. We also seen mild temperatures ahead of that front further south today, but we're all starting to dig into the colder air. This was the temperature yesterday at the house, 14.5 Celsius, and as you can see here for the today, you can see that the temperature has gotten no higher than 9.7 Celsius and feeling rather raw in that wind. So looking at this is the current radar chart here, and you can actually see the visible satellite, and you can actually see here the three areas of low pressure, actually the three centers. One here, see the curl, that is of course the what delivered the very, very strong winds during the overnight period, and through the best part of today actually we've seen some very strong winds across the northern half of the British Isles, but it was windy everywhere. Was watching a YouTube video of live flights coming into Heathrow this afternoon, and you could see the wind affecting the planes coming into land. But nonetheless, we're starting to see the cooler air digging in behind this frontal system, but we have got more areas of low pressure waiting in the wings. As we play through the loop here, you can see what's taking place. Let's have a quick look at the 850 temperatures actually, because you can actually see where the air mass has cooled. So we were in the mild slot during the course of yesterday afternoon. Shower activity, but as well as that sunshine, delivered 16 Celsius during the course of yesterday afternoon. But you notice here that we're in slightly cooler air, nothing overly cold. That will come as we progress towards the upcoming weekend. So back to the overview chart here, and you can see that we will have that next feature moving in. So one system exits to the east. You can see that here. There's that moving into Scandinavia. That is the system that delivered all the strong winds through the course of today. Then, of course, we've got an area of low pressures hanging back all the way out over the Atlantic here. What we're doing is we're tapping colder air over the Norwegian Sea here, generally between Greenland and Norway, and the air is getting pulled around that area of low pressure, but it's of course moderating significantly over warmer than normal Atlantic waters, and then pulling into the British Isles. So we're back. We maintain this kind of blustery, showery theme through the remainder of today, and during the course of tomorrow we are going to see plenty of shower activity. We've got an area of low pressure that tries to develop here, as you can see, moves through the channel, increased wind, and a spell of heavy rainfall. I think the majority of that heavy rainfall will be across the northern portion of France, clipping the south and the southeast, so London may get in on some heavy rain for a period of time during the course of later tomorrow. That main area of low pressure then starts to move into the UK slowly but surely during the course of Friday. And then it's as that system then moves east that eventually allows the door to colder northerly winds to start coming in. We are going to see the rain snow line dropping somewhat, but I think any kind of accumulating snow will be over higher ground. If we look at the 850 temperatures, you can see here that we're in that colder air. That colder air digs south, but you notice here some pretty decent shot of colder air actually as we progress through the second half of the weekend. We'll get that reinforcing shot of colder air. This is off the ECMWF model. And then eventually, as we progress through the course of next week, it looks as if another system moves towards the British Isles, opens the door to that southwesterly flow, will start to pull that milder air back into play once again. So it's not a long-lived cold spell by any stretch. Looking at the this is the, off the ECMWF. This is the 850 temperatures here, and this is the plot indicating that this is the below. This is the average line is the red line, and what happens is we're going from above average through the course of earlier today. This is for Glasgow, and then you notice here that we go below the red line. I'll take that off actually because you can't really see properly. Let's see if I can remove my ugly mug for a second. You notice here that we see that significant dip in temperature weekend into the early portion of the next week, and then we start to see a recovery taking place. Looking at Inverness, and you can see here that we have potentially a stronger dip. So colder air, minus 3, 4, 5 Celsius at 850 above Glasgow. Further north, 100, 100 what would that be? 160 miles north of Glasgow, and we've got colder 850s now. The general consensus in the models actually sends the 850 temperature down close to minus 10. By the way, by the time we reach the midday on the 26th into the early portion of the 27th, the 850 temperatures drop quite significantly colder than average across the UK, across the Inverness area, as you can see here. Looking at London, and you can see here that we do go firmly below average for that same time frame, but there is less of a drop, and we have a quicker recovery back to average conditions. So you get the general idea. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Short and sweet, but I do endeavour to try and keep a daily video going for as long as I can. So enjoy the rest of your day. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again hopefully tomorrow with more. Bye for now.